Hi, this is Roger Leisted again with Safe Choice, here to present another video in a continuing series of our People's Choice Accounting Free Forever version. In our previous video, we did the how to set up the Free Forever version on a Schedule C template to get started right away, entering in deposit and entering in checks and going. But this I'm going to back up a little bit so you can review how to do specific functions within the system, and then there'll be future videos on these particular things. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover the PCA Free Forever User Handbook, and so you would just click on here, and once you've clicked on here and load it, I'm going to go through the sections of the handbook, and I will also show you some of the screens from the live demo of the People's Choice for Free Forever version. So once you've opened the handbook from the toolkit menu, it's going to bring up to this page, and you can page down and you can see the various table of contents of the things that you can cover. We also get into this manual what you can do with the upgrade, and so a couple of the chapters go into check printing and that type of thing. You can do some of the setup of the check printing, but you would have to upgrade to the basic version to be able to print checks. So if, for instance, if you are on here, you click on the 211, it'll take you to bank accounts and how to set up bank accounts, which is essentially what you do when you're in the system. It'll bring up this screen, and as you page down, you can also just see the different things like the suppliers. Like the best way to do suppliers is if you go into checks and you go into a particular click new, and you can click on the pencil here, and that'll bring up the supplier form. And then there's information here that you can scroll through and setting up the form. With the upgrade, you would be able to process 1099s, and that is done through an e-filing system. In terms of the banking journal, it goes through the process of how to enter in checks. So I'm going to just delete this here and click cancel and go into the banking journals. And so you can see here is where you select the bank accounts that you're going to work with, and it goes through a text of step-by-step of entering in a check, reviews the posting, and this is when the accounting side of things, how to void a check, and in the upgrade. And so this section here is what would be available if you did upgrade and want to be able to print checks. That is not available in the Free Forever version, but it gives you an idea of some of the flexibility of the different check format types that can be used if you do upgrade. Same with the printing of checks. Deposit journal. So the deposit journal is typically going to be used from here, and you would just click new, and you can follow the process of those particular types of adjustments, whether it's a deposit or an adjustment. Now, to do the detail, that little trick here is if you're in the bank accounts and you pull up your bank account and go into deposits, you can enter deposits from here, and you can also go in and you can create a deposit slip by itemizing all the checks or possibly cash that you're taking to the bank to deposit into the checking account. So as you continue through the manual, you will find steps on the bank reconciliation, looking at the check register, that'd be this section right here. If you went at the bank reconciliation, you're going to be looking at playing around with it here, and it's going to take you through the steps here in the bank reconciliation process. The other outstanding checks and deposits. So we covered quite a bit, and there'll be a future video that'll kind of go into specifics of printing out the reconciliation report and clear transaction report. But you can do it on your own following the instructions in the handbook. The chart of accounts, the other thing that you would be looking at when you are using the system is the Schedule C it just has sales accounts, for instance, for revenue. So you might want to come in here and rename this sales, whatever product or service that you're handling. And so this goes into adding new accounts as well as editing and renumbering accounts. So you can see that there's quite a bit of detail that's available. This is really if you're getting into the accounting side of things. You can look at the balance sheet and cost of goods sold. So this is getting into the geeky portion. If you want to set up a budget, we'll have a separate video on using a budget in the future. But setting up a budget is relatively easy to do, and it's probably more of interest to nonprofits who have to follow a budget, or if you're doing a business plan and you want to present what your projections are, you could build those projections in the budgeting feature of the program. As far as the financial periods, all the things that are needed to maintain a GAAP compliant accounting system are available. Whether you use all these features or not, that is totally up to you. My experience in the 15 to 45 years of setting up both manual and computerized systems is a lot of people just want to manage their checkbook and distribute the totals. And that can be done without having the full-fledged journal entry system that most accountants are going to be wanting to have you do. But you do have that ability to do that, and so if you do need to provide a GAAP compliant balance sheet and income statement, it's totally possible within the free version. So that kind of just goes through. There's other reports that you can cover, and I'll tell you about the banking reports. Those are basically covered here when you go into banking reports. You have the bank account activity report. If you go to accounting reports, you've got your various trial balance income statement. So you can read this particular section and it will give you a good idea of what you can do in terms of the different reporting, both for your banking transactions as well as your general ledger transactions. So a checks report, I mean, there's a variety of reports. It's a very powerful system for a free forever version. So that's what I basically wanted to take care of in this particular video, is to give you the printed handbook as a way of, if you want to jumpstart and get out in front of everything before we create some other videos on the free forever version. But there's a lot of detail here that you can learn on your own. And so that was the purpose of this video, is just to give you kind of a quick overview of the handbook and some of the things that you can learn how to do in the handbook. And if you've downloaded and installed the free forever version, you'll be able to practice on your own in the demo company before you actually go live with your own data set with your own business. So that recaps the handbook for the free forever version. The next video we hopefully will be setting up and reviewing the reporting features, especially with the Schedule C, which is the one that most small businesses are going to be filing with the IRS, and how we've laid it out for reporting for both tax reporting purposes as well as cash flow reporting purposes.